Hello and welcome to vlog 5. It's been a while, over 3 months in fact. Where does the time go? I've been busy anyway. The house is nearly sold. I'm just looking over here every now and again because I've got notes on my laptop. The solicitors are still sending more hoops for me to jump through, but I think I'm getting there. On Tuesday, in theory, I go to the house for the last time, pick up keys, put them with the other keys that I've put it all very obsessively. I think my dad would be proud that I've put what keys where, and I've done a sheet of paper and I've put the keys on them. So then I do that and then post my keys through, and hopefully that I'll get a completion date soon and it'll all go through. So I've already started hotel life or going for the day life, which is doable because I say it is. What I've realised recently, it sort of dawned on me that it's actually pretty amazing how I've done this on my own in the circumstances that I'm in. Because I woke up the other morning and I remembered how we cleared out my grandparents' house. I think it would have been around 1980. I'd have been 14 and Andy 16 at that time. It would be the year I turned 15, and we were going at weekends to clear out their house, which is probably a similar size house with a few more outbuildings and a bit more of a garden, but probably the similar amount of stuff. In fact, maybe even less stuff, although my mother always referred to it for years afterwards as Yaxley rubbish, because it was Hill House in Yaxley, which is in Suffolk, on the Suffolk-Norfolk border. But we did that between us. My dad was in charge, my mum was there, I was there, Andy was there, and my Auntie Margaret, who still lived in the house. And we all worked together on that house. And it's because I suddenly remembered that one morning, my subconscious must have been working for me to say, you've done this pretty much on your own, Sal. So maybe it's time to blow my own trumpet and give myself a pat on the back, not necessarily at the same time, and I have to use a ukulele instead of a trumpet, but basically it's actually amazing, especially because I live at a distance. Well, we lived at a distance to East Anglia, so that's the same, but I don't have a car. I've had to do it all by public transport, had to get a man in a van to take my stuff. The last of my stuff I was gradually bringing back from the house because I couldn't just fling it in the back of the car. Don't have a car, don't have anyone to give me a lift. Basically have to do it on my own, so I use public transport. And I have had help from Michelle, the cleaner, who's brilliant, mainly because we pay her, but also because she did way beyond that. But I was in charge. We've had help from my mum's friend Janet, but basically I was in charge. I've done this, not only clearing the house out, but somehow muddling through the selling process with help from the estate agent and the solicitor, hindrance from the solicitor, I don't know. I'm getting, like I say, I'm getting there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be soon and it'll be done, and I'll say, oh, I've done that. But the on the plus side, my mum can afford to pay me and pay my expenses and pay her fees for the care home. So, and now she can afford to put me up in a home. Well, I'm doing it all myself. I'm in charge of the money, so that's why I've decided hotels. But what we save on the utilities, and I could be cancelling the utilities soon, and what we pay on not paying Michelle anymore, is more than enough for hotels. So it works out financially. It was the right thing to do to sort the house out. And there's no way I could have just sat in that house visiting my mum for however long it's been and it's going to take. I'm back and forth all the time. I've had a feeling, I think it's at the end of November, at the end of this month, it'll be 2 years till I'm 60. Wishing my life away a bit, not really, but I'll be able to get a third off train fares if there's still rail cards then for 60 or over, and that'll, I don't know, will I still be needing that then? Because that will help with the finances a lot, because obviously I'm buying a lot of train tickets and some bus tickets and the occasional taxi, but I don't have many taxis. And then the hotels I've booked have been fairly reasonably priced, but I have booked the one with the pool for my birthday and for Christmas, because I'm going to have to be there at Christmas, aren't I? Because I can't leave my mother on her own in the home. She's not on her own, there's masses of staff, but I think I'm going to have to do that. So I've sort of provisionally booked it for now. I'm going to check when I'm staying at that hotel, the Chesford Grange, on the end of November. I'm going to check that the pool will be open for Christmas in December, because otherwise there's no point me staying there. I can stay somewhere else, but it would be nice to do some swimming. So I've actually now booked 3 nights for that hotel. It's a mile away from my mum, and even if at Christmas there's no bus, because it's on the bus route, it's 2 stops on the bus, or I can walk it. It is only a mile, so it's not too bad. I think I've said everything I was going to say. Yeah, just let me check that. I can edit this bit out, it's no problem. Yeah, so I decided to blow my own trumpet and give myself a pat on the back, but I do sometimes wonder how everything would have panned out if Andy was still here. Who knows, maybe that's what's happening in a parallel universe. I don't know. Somebody I know whose sibling died before her parents told me that they were angry with their sibling, and I can understand that, but I feel like because I've been told that several times, it gave me a warning not to be angry, because it's not his fault. And yeah, it's not his fault, and I'm doing the job. It's fine. It's my job and I'm doing it. So, and I'll muddle through somehow and get everything done in the end. And but I have started, having almost finished Project House, or done virtually all I can. I'm sure there'll be something to sign. I'm now embarked on Project Flat, which involves cleaning, maintenance and decluttering. I've been watching decluttering videos on YouTube and then putting them away and going and doing some decluttering, because there's no point me keeping stuff that's never looked at in years. So I have to get on with that job. Because Project Flat will eventually become, maybe next year, maybe after that, I'll be doing Project Bungalow. My mother's neighbour, Suki, says I'm too young for a bungalow, but it's a step down from a house when you get older. But I've not got a house, I've got a first floor flat, and so I'm actually going to a bungalow, going up in the world. I don't have to worry about neighbours. There's no neighbours down there at the moment, they're away I think, and there's no neighbours next door because the owners are renovating the house, so it's empty most of the time. And today in my area, it is so quiet. It's a typical Sunday in Bear Village. You can hear the silence. As long as you don't have neighbours who are noisy, you can hear the silence, and it's beautiful. And this is the area I want to live in. To eventually, that's the plan, Project Bungalow. But I need to get this flat up to scratch, and I need to get rid of some stuff. So if I'm working on that over the winter into next year, then at some stage I might make the decision to bite the bullet and get the bungalow, because I'll be near here, I'll be in this area. I'm only looking in this area. The only way I would live somewhere else is maybe if it would have to be by the sea. That's what I'd like. But this area, I was lucky when I first came here in 2010 that I just stumbled into Bear, and there was a flat for rent, and I looked at 2, but the other one was up 3 flights of stairs, and I thought shopping and washing, carrying it up and down because I didn't have a washing machine, I've now got my mother's washing machine because anything that was left over, one of us had. So there's been a lot of stuff that's dispersed from the house to good homes. So in this area, I'll hopefully be in this area somewhere within a mile of this flat, maybe even in the same road, avenue, I should say. And the plan is I definitely want a bigger kitchen because my kitchen is tiny, and I have other plans which watch this space basically. And I'm going to finish now with a piece of film that I did several weeks ago, so maybe a couple of months ago, and it's me making broccoli and Stilton soup, which is a staple in this flat. I always get 1 or 2 heads of broccoli when I shop, and potatoes and onions, and obviously the Stilton, which is the king of cheeses. It really is. It's the best. I don't think I could live without Stilton. Okay, probably could. But it's the best way to eat broccoli is to make it into soup, in my opinion. So here it is. Bye. To do some cooking in Sal's kitchen. Most of the washing up is done. A glimpse of the Kite Festival bathroom. And here's the ingredients. I've got a pan, I've got a knife and peeler, some Stilton, a potato, an onion, skimmed milk, stock cubes in a Marmite jar, vegetable oil and broccoli, and that's the drink I'm drinking while I'm cooking. Peel the potato, chop the onion, add oil, and then get the onions on. Stock cube from the Sal Marmite mug. Start frying. We're adding garlic, which is my tradition for that. I'll do that in a minute though, so I want it to potatoes and the broccoli just cut up roughly, and the inside of the stalk of broccoli is fine to put in soup. It's not one that bulks out the soup. Vegetable stock cube ready, milk ready, just waiting on the onions. Add the potatoes, throw them in, just like that. And then you need to add the broccoli, bring it in, probably add a bit. Stir it about a bit. Splash with the milk, that'll do, that's about the right amount. So my very camp sprinkling of the stock cube, and then add some hot water. And then this will be cut up last minute. Can't open it yet. So it's 2 more.